Hi, it's Ken Singer with Blue Meteor. Today's overview of the Pi technology platform will start here within a PowerPoint. We'll cover a few slides and then we'll jump into the live system. The overall goal of the Pi TP really is to facilitate the exchange of rich content, that product information between the manufacturers and distributors, which will equal sales growth. So today, a data exchange without an industry-supported solution is a point-to-point. So here on the left-hand side, the manufacturers are sending to multiple distributors. A lot of work is being done. Each distributor sometimes wants a different assortment of products, maybe different attributes, maybe different file formats are being used. And the distributors are counting on the manufacturer to do this effort in a timely manner. Today, with the Pi technology platform, this changes. It does away with that point-to-point. Here in the middle, the Pi TP is an industry template that has been defined by the association, and each manufacturer uploads their rich product content. So this is all the attributed data and digital assets that are needed, and it's mapped to that industry template, those defined attributes that we'll cover in just a few minutes. The distributors, when they log in, they can access all the manufacturer SKUs that have been assigned to them. They're able to download that content in different file formats for use. So within the Pi TP, we're really creating this compliant industry catalog. We have a standardized template that all the manufacturers of all the required attributes that the distributors have defined, including digital assets. Each manufacturer is able to maintain their product data ownership, and it allows manufacturers to control the access owing to the authorized distributors to their product that they're able to download the solution itself. We're now logged into the Pi TP portal, and let's first review the Pi template master. The master here on the left-hand side has a taxonomy. It's a series of nodes or product classification, and the portal supports unlimited levels or nodes. So over time, new product categories could be added within the system. And if I select a product category, here in the middle, there's a list of attributes that have been defined. Again, this standardized the most important attributes for the different product categories. And within each attribute itself, the system can define what type of data. Is it alpha, numeric? Is it a required attribute in the system? So again, if I select something like long description, on the far right-hand side, the template has been defined that the data type is a string, so it supports alphanumeric. It is global, meaning all the product categories are going to include a long description. And down here, we can see it's a required attribute. So all the product categories is anticipating that the manufacturer will map a long description as part of the rich data that is coming into the system. Let's next go over how manufacturer setup is really made easy within the Pi TP solution. Here you can see manufacturers are able to take their product catalog, and in step one, we're going to show how they can map to that industry Pi template. Two, within that data, they're able to define which distributors have access all the way down to the SKU level. And at any time, manufacturers are able to update their product content, and this is available 24/7. Again, as new product introductions come or changes to existing product, manufacturers are able to log into the portal and they're able to upload that new data. We're logged into the Pi TP portal as a manufacturer. So here within the portal on the left-hand side, we're able to see the manufacturer catalog. We see this in this hierarchy or product classification structure, and it supports unlimited levels of data. as manufacturers are uploading their product content, if new product categories or subcategories are created, it fully supports that. And at any time, the manufacturers can log in and update their product information itself. And here you can see as I click on one of these product categories, it shows this mapping arrow. And on the right-hand side, we're going to be mapping to the PyTP structure. So here, in a lot of cases, it is an easy one-to-one mapping. So mapping you can see here from the 2-bolt flange to the 2-bolt flange within the PyTP. But if your structure is different, or it could even be very flat, where there's no levels, it's all at a product category, it's easy to map across. And we'll go over that in just a minute. But here, once a category is mapped, and this is a one-time activity, if I click on that link, it takes us to the screen now. And on the left-hand side, we're able to see all the manufacturer attributes that came over within the catalog. Matter of fact, if I open one of these nodes, I can even see the data. So within the bearing type, we have a couple different types of bearings that were done. And remember, this was done at a lower level of product category for these pillow blocks. And then when I clicked on it, you could see that this automatically here within the system is mapped in this one-time effort to a target attribute. So within the PyTP, here are those industry attributes that have been defined, and then it is mapped. So again, bearing type to bearing type is happening. And here, the manufacturer is able to quickly map to the different attributes within the system itself. And let's go over how easy this can be created. As new manufacturers join the PyTP solution, we take them through a training project. And within a training project, it demonstrates how they're able to upload their product catalog, and they're able to map those category and attributes that you just saw. So within the project itself, it has a dashboard, and it talks about the total number of SKUs, how many SKUs have been mapped, how many of those different categories. Matter of fact, it has different information on the categories or subcategories that have been mapped in the system itself. So here, if we quickly just launch the project, on the left-hand side is going to be an example of that manufacturer catalog, and we're mapping to the PyTP target. Again, this is just a training exercise. So if I open up the nodes on the left-hand side, based on the manufacturer catalog, it'll be represented in multiple nodes, or it could be even flat at different levels. And we could click on and see different levels of data. Again, if I click on one that has been already mapped, you could see here we're mapping self-aligning ball bearings into the PyTP. So here we're going to imagine that node D is going to equal miniature ball bearings. So this easy to do one-time activity, I simply double click on that product category. I'm able to select new rule. And you can see here the system is indicating that I should select a target node. Again, that target node, I'm mapping it to the PyTP. Now I can also have conditions if needed, meaning if the products, maybe there's multiple bearings and they need to be sub-sorted, so I could select from conditions as needed, and we'll cover this during training itself. So again, we could create that rule. It's just one click. We're going to go to miniature ball bearings, and then we're going to go ahead and click the rule. So here you can see it creates that line across where we're mapping that rule. So now we've defined the product category from the manufacturer to the PyTP target here. And then if I double click on the line, what we're going to see are the attributes that came in with that manufacturer catalog. And then we're able to see the PyTP attributes themselves. And it's an easy process. I'm simply selecting the attribute from the manufacturer, and I'm going to map it to the target attribute. And it's this easy as clicking and cementing. So again, I can do bearing type to bearing type. And again, if the attributes are named a little different, it's easy to create this mapping. And again, this is a one-time activity. And what we notice is a lot of the bearing categories have a lot of the same attributes. So when you map one of these to start with, as I go back to this category and I'm going to map another node within the system, I can easily copy that mapping. So here I can copy that existing mapping I needed, and then when I go to map the next node, I can paste that in, and we understand most of the attributes are the same, so it speeds up the process. But here, our customer success team helps the manufacturers on board, learn the system in full detail. Let's take a quick look how distributors can access this rich product content. Similar to the manufacturers, the distributors here shown in number 1, they have access to the PyTP catalog. Again, this is via the internet. They're able to log in with their rights. And in number 2, they're able to select all or specific products. This collection of products has been limited to the ones that they have rights that the manufacturer has defined. And then in number 3, you're going to see they're going to be able to download that Pi compliant content in different file formats right from the solution itself. So as a distributor logged into the system, they're able to see their product information or the catalog of data. Again, this is all the manufacturer data that they have the rights to access. Within the system itself, they can view all that product information, the SKUs. There's multiple ways they can filter the output. They can choose some different options of viewing the data. So here within the vertical format, I can look at the different attributes here. So I'm picking a specific SKU, and then I can see the attributes that have been mapped from the manufacturer to the PyTP master template. If there's digital assets assigned, you'll be able to view them right here in the system. Also, as a distributor is setting up this, they can configure the catalog. And configuring the catalog means, again, the inclusion policy is going to cover that they want to see everything all. Maybe it's only the valid attributes again, or all the valid SKUs within the system. And then when they're looking at data that they're going to export out of the system, they can define a custom output. Today, the attributes are in alphanumeric order here on the left-hand side, but a distributor can drag and drop from the left to the right so they can create a custom output, the order they want the data to come in. And then as I scroll down, you can see these are the users that have been defined in the system. The portal supports unlimited users from a distributor. They're able to come in and add multiple users, and they're able to give them the password to access the system, but also their email address. The portal itself does have automated workflow, so as manufacturers are updating content to existing SKUs, if their catalog includes those SKUs, they'll get a notification of that data, and once they're ready, they can simply submit it. Also, when they're looking at their catalog here, they could start to export data quickly out of the system. Go ahead and call it demo in my initials here, so it's easy for me to find. They can define the SKUs they want within the system, and there's a few check boxes here. Do they want to keep the source ID? Do they want to export all the nodes? Maybe they only want selected nodes. So again, instead of taking all the product category of all the catalogs, if you want a specific category or subcategory and simply picking it, bringing it from the left to the right, or again, you could just select, I want all nodes. And then when you export data, it could be a full load of data or just the deltas. So the system knows the last time that you downloaded data. So when you take a new data, maybe you just want a delta, a smaller set of data of just what has been changed within those 2 periods of time. So here you can even quickly select different file formats that are needed, and then you're just able to submit it within the system itself, and you'll be notified once that output is ready in the system. The Pi technology platform also helps distributors create custom exports right out of the solution. So here they may want to take the Pi compliant data and map it right to their website hierarchy. Here, you're going to be able to see that demonstrated. And number one, they're going to be able to map from the PI compliant content right to their website or other system hierarchies. They're able to select an assortment of all or specific products, and they'll be able to download that content and use it directly within their website. Let's take a look at that. Back in the PyTP portal, and we're logged in as that distributor. The last step, the advantage of the PyTP solution, allows distributor now to map the PyTP data to their distributor website. So here on the left-hand side would be the PyTP data. Again, this contains all the SKUs from all the manufacturers that they have rights to. And this is the same one-time effort that you saw within the manufacturer, but now the distributor is able to map. So here on the left-hand side, they can pick a category and they're going to map it over to their website hierarchy. So here it's a one-time action. They're able to map this. As new products or updates come in from the manufacturer, they'll automatically come over, but now data is going to come out in exact format that they need to consume to their e-commerce, their website, to sell more products. Just like the manufacturer, they can drop down to an attribute level. On the left-hand side, they're going to see all the PyTP attributes, and they're simply able to map those to the attributes that they want to display on the website. So once this action is done, now they can output the data file in the exact format they need to support their e-commerce system. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.